Yo, welcome to another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K Sap. And today we got a great show lined up for you guys. Once you come across the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you got your post notifications on so you know every time Simply Ball Dropping drops another hot banger. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you got your post notifications on as well. I see everybody in the comment section, hashtag salute. And you know what my mantra is. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It might not be for you, but it might be for them. And like I said, on this channel, we cover sports, hot topics, roundtable talk, and a marriage chronicles. Well, let's get right off into it. And like I've been stating a long time ago with Skip Bayless and FS1, even with Skip Bayless in general, there's been shocking reports that are coming out of the ratings with the Undisputed show that's currently on FS1 with the new trio with Keyshawn Johnson, Michael Irvin, and Richard Sherman. And on Fridays, they have Lil Wayne. Skip Bayless assembled that crew and thought that after replacing Shannon Sharp, that show would keep going north, keep, the ratings up. But the recent reports showing that Undisputed is suffering real bad. And I've told you guys in the past, man, if you've been following my channel, I produced plenty of shows where I was stating that Skip Bayless with Undisputed is running out of material. Everything that he talks about is Cowboys this, Cowboys that, and LeBron James. He was making a killing off of LeBron James, but that material has slowed down. And every time you turn around and you turn on Undisputed, what are they talking about? They're talking about the Dallas Cowboys. And that's what Skip has honed his craft on. Even when the days when he was on Cold Pizza, he started that LeBron James narrative that he wasn't clutch. That's all he knew how to talk about was LeBron James. Now, when him and Stephen A. Smith partnered up, his three things that he talked about was Tim Tebow, Dallas Cowboys, and LeBron James. Well, that material's getting old. That material's getting stale. And the viewers are starting to see exactly what I've been pointing out. And their numbers are declining. They're on a drastic decline. When Shannon Sharp was on Undisputed with Skip Bayless, their numbers, it was viewership around about 580,000 viewers each morning, which is a lot of viewers. But now their viewership has dropped off dramatically. And it's to a point where there's reports out there that the show might be canceled if the ratings don't go up because they're losing money. And it's a competitive market. And they competing against ESPN First Take. And ever since Shannon Sharp has went over to ESPN First Take, they are doing incredible numbers. And Shannon Sharp pointed that out. Like, even if Stephen A. Smith was not running that show, he was letting Skip Bayless and crew know that you're not going to defeat me. So a lot of reports were saying that, basically for the 7 years that Shannon Sharp was on Undisputed, he was carrying the show. And like I told you guys, man, on my channel, I deliver facts. I give you facts, man. I don't give you false information, man. I deal with nothing but facts. When I'm, talking to you guys and letting you guys know what's going on in the sports world and what's going on in the world of sports, I'm dealing with facts. So I can't make this stuff up. There's reports out there, and just let me give you a rundown on what it is. The greatest morning of Skip's career quickly became one of the most awkward, as Bayless was soon overshadowed and outspoken by three of the loudest mouths in NFL history: Richard Sherman, Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson. Bayless started the show and introduced the three former gridiron stars and took a backseat as chaos ensued. And I told you guys when I first saw it, that's what I thought. Skip Bayless took a back seat to what was going on. And he was like, he was forced to be a moderator of his own show. A lot of people come in the comments, they didn't see it that way, but we're dealing with facts. Now check this out. The viewership gap compared to the numbers posted by the two shows after Undisputed returned from a 2-month hiatus in late August, but Skip Bayless and company fared significantly worse on Tuesday, according to the front office sport. The morning after Aaron Rodgers tore the Achilles tendon in his New York Jets debut, the ESPN flagship reportedly beat Undisputed 717,000 viewers to 118,000 in the ratings battle. See, the crushing rating gap, several sports fans on social media conclude that Sharp must have carried FS1 show before leaving and joining First Take cast. First Take's numbers topped off at 717,000 viewers on Tuesday, September 12th, the day after ESPN's first edition of Monday Night Football that saw a record audience witness the unfortunate injury to New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers. That was the third largest audience for First Take in a calendar year outside of Sharp's debut on September 4th, and the February show that followed the Super Bowl, according to Front Office Sports. This is coming from a verified source, Front Office Sports. Shannon Sharp's move to First Take continues to produce early wins for ESPN. Sharp joins Stephen A. Smith on Mondays, Tuesdays every week, averaging 671.5 thousand viewers over the 2-day period. In comparison to Sharp's former show, FS1 Undisputed is only averaging 151.5K viewers during the same 2-day period. Now, this is interesting right here. A former colleague of Bayless at ESPN, Dan Batard. Now, Dan Batard is respected in the game. Was watching and expressed his opinion on Skip's last-ditch effort to stay relevant in an ever-evolving industry. Nobody needed Batard to point this out. Skip is clearly hanging on for dear life after running Shannon Sharp off. Now that speaks volumes. And I've told you guys plenty times that Skip Bayless, his narrative with LeBron not being clutch, talking about the Dallas Cowboys every day. The show might as well turn into the Dallas Cowboys show because you got 2 ex-Cowboys on there as well. So that's all they talk about. Don't nobody want to sit there every day and turn on Undisputed, and this is what you're talking about. ESPN First Take, they're talking about a variety of things. They're talking about every team around the league. And their format is great because you got guys like Swagoo, Ryan Clark, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A., Dan Orlowski, just to name a few that come, Damian Woody, that come on and they talk about different teams in the NFL when this NFL season is upon us. And they're talking about every player and everything that's in football. They're not just predicated on the Cowboys. The only time that they're really predicated on the Cowboys is when the Cowboys take a L and Stephen A. Smith gloats early in the morning and does a segment, and the viewership is off the chain because they tune in to see what Stephen A. Smith is going to say about the Dallas Cowboys after they lose. But other than that, ESPN's format, they're taking off. Their numbers speak volumes. And sources are out there that Undisputed is hanging on for dear life, man, and that show might be canceled. I've said it plenty of times, and I'm going to say it again. Skip Bayless is running out of material. And when he has nothing to talk about, we don't want to see it. And then he goes on to his podcast and he talks about the same thing that he talks about on Undisputed. And that goes back to because Skip covered the Cowboys back in the days, and that's the only thing he knows. Me personally, I don't think Skip is well versed in talking about a lot of things. And that's why I think he's forced to take a back seat on his own show, because them 3 other guys that he got on there are basically taking over the show. So you guys let me know what y'all think in the comments. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please share the video out. This is going to wrap up another episode of the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. I'm your host and the man behind the mic, K-Sap. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Simply Ball Dropping Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share on all major platforms.
Another one.